everyone, this is Cindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 trends that I won't follow, but I will follow another 5 instead. So stay tuned and let's dive into it. If you're new to my channel is all about fashion related topics, from luxury shopping, bag reviews, unboxing, OOTDs, shoes, jewelry, and all the girly topics. So if this is something for you, please subscribe and forward my video to your friends who are also interested in fashion, so we can have some fun together and to talk about fashion related subjects. And the first trend is balloon trousers. I just noticed there's so many balloon trousers just emerged from nowhere, but actually this is like the Aladdin pants, I call them, and they're really beautiful looking on really tall girls. But however, if you are anything under 5'5", I am 5'5", but I feel it dwarfs me when I try them on. It's just not a so good flattering look for people who, if you have a little bit of flesh on you or if your height is below a certain point. So therefore, this is the trend that I won't follow. But however, I see some girls, especially, and if you are maybe at the age of under 30, and it could look really pretty on you. This is like having a holiday, relaxed vibe. I always don't think this is something that you could wear in the city and for example London, but certainly it would look great if you are holidaying in the south of France, remote islands, and a beach holiday. So this is just something that I think is a holiday garment instead of a city garment and day to day. Certainly I wouldn't wear it to the office because I would definitely look really odd if I wear a pair of balloon trousers with my little crop top into the office. So this is why I wouldn't follow this trend. And what I follow instead is a slim version of the barrel leg trousers or pants or even jeans, because the slim barrel leg, it gives you that extra silhouette, but however, it's still having that elongated shape that I call them the banana shape, because some of the barrel looking, they're very wide, very rounded, and certainly that would add weight to it. The ones I'm talking about is like the banana shape, the slimmer, they have a little bit of definition to that barrel structure, but however they're far more slimmer, far more easy to wear. They elongate the legs if you choose the right pair, choose the right feet for your own shape. For example, Uniqlo does have a couple of pairs that I've been wearing those 2 pair of trousers repeatedly, and they're really reasonable and they look great on people like me, just an ordinary figure, and I don't have super long legs, but they are very flattering. So therefore I would wear this trend because I can wear them on duty, I can wear them into the office, so you wouldn't be looking as odd as you wearing a pair of balloon trousers into the office, or those very pronounced but barrel leg design into the office. So it is something that is more subtle and is more practical, and most of all is more flattering. Therefore, this is a new trousers shape that is not going to disappear in the shorter time, because it would become a wardrobe staple. But you know, with time given, probably there will be cropped ones coming out, just ultra long ones coming out, slightly a little bit wider leg coming out, but it just would be different versions of it. But overall, the one I would wear is the banana slim version barrel leg trousers. The second trend I won't follow is the Capri pants. Capri pants is something that can be very tricky, but also it could look super ultra chic. Certainly this is depending your shape, your aesthetic, your taste, how you wear it. And also I see on some young girls, the slim, super long legs wearing capri pants with a pair of heeled flip-flops or sandals and with a little silk camisole with a little bandana. It's just like such a cool girl vibe. And also I see people wearing them with a t-shirt over the capri pants with a pair of sandals but with a long mac over it. Still, that is another very chic look. But I think this sort of look or the pants is not really suitable for if you have a certain figure, but I'm not someone who discriminates if you have a fuller figure or you have a slim figure, but I'm just saying that from my own point of view, I always think that this doesn't suit everyone. It's not like a ultra easy, could look really nice sort of a garment, and if you're not careful it can look very disastrous, and it just because the length that it is, and the capri pants usually is just think like a shorter version, just below the knee version of a pair of leggings. That part of the body, the legs, is always just coming out from to the calves, and the calves are usually is the widest part of our lower leg, and the cut just cut there, and then it just make the calf look really big, and having a larger calf, certainly that's not the most flattering point for the trousers hem to stop at that point. So it is something that is not very flattering, and therefore I wouldn't wear it. And again, this is something that I think is for off duty, and you certainly couldn't wear this into the office and into a very formal and smart environment, client meetings, or also, but if you work in the creative environment, fashion industry, of course you can wear whatever, because that's how you express your personality, you express your taste. But I'm only talking in the general sense. So this is something that is very difficult to wear and not very flattering if your figure is slightly a bit fuller or if you have wider calves. So therefore I wouldn't really wear it, and so this is the trend that I wouldn't follow. But what I would follow instead is a pair of slim cut tailored pants. You could say it's like a pair of cigarette pants, but nice and slim on the leg, slim on the hem, and not very wide, but it just makes that very ultra smart chic 90s pants, sort of a very simple but ultra chic aesthetic. And you can wear this with a shirt and with a camisole lace top, and you can wear that under a blazer and a cardigan and a mac. So that can depends on how you wear it. It can be worn in so many different ways. It can be suitable for the office, you can go out during the day if you want a little bit smarter. Evening you can dress it up, like give a pair of sandals, and it just a garment that is classy, timeless, and then it can be worn in so many different occasions. So therefore that would be the trend I would follow. And another trend that I won't follow is the Harrington jacket. Is this papery looking like thing, is to me that's a gym garment or in the sports field. Certainly if Saint Laurent has some really vintagey ones in the past that people found them in vintage shops that they get sold out very quickly because this is on trend again. But however, I wouldn't follow this because I think it's for a younger person, or if you have that sporty look good on you, but I'm not a sporty person. Sportswear is something that would never work really good on me. Yes, I did have like a technical jacket with a funnel neck, with waist with elastic bands, and at the calves as well, on the sleeves with the zipper at the front. But I think something is gym wear for me, and so therefore I would give a pass because it is something it's just too limited. But other people, they wear it when they're out about. They can pair that with little lace skirts and with some leggings and with sandals, and they just can look very pretty and smart. Again, this is for a younger girl and for someone who is over 50 my age, and I just think there are not many people looking great in it unless you're in the gym. So therefore is limited occasions and not very practical and not very easy to wear. That's why I pass it. But instead I would wear something that is like a Mandarin jacket. I'm wearing one. This is like a cardigan. This is a cashmere cardigan with the frog buttons and traditional Chinese styled buttons, and with a little Mandarin collar, and this is so comfortable, and something that you can wear with a pair of wide leg pants and slim fit jeans or wide leg trousers, or even the slim fitting barrel leg pants. So this can be worn in so many ways. You just treat it like a jacket. You can wear it if you want to dress it up smart. You can wear any of those pants with a pair of of pointed toe shoes or boots or pair of sandals and loafers and make you look very smart. And people say, oh, that's really old-fashioned. But however, Mandarin jackets, they have so many different varieties, and being Chinese, this makes me very happy to wear this styled jacket. It makes me feel like I'm going back to my roots, literally. And it's also made popular by this brand Rohe, or Rohe, is this brand that they made these jackets, but I would call this like a tangzhuang. But people call it Mandarin jacket, but it's fine. It's because of the collar, it's like a Mandarin collar. But the looks can be changed with the button fastening. And I got another one like this. So you can see that the buttons are slightly bit larger, and the element is very similar with this Mandarin collar, but this one has a slightly wider fit and more modern sort of a jacket cap. I got a few from China, so I'm going to gradually rotating them and sharing them through my OOTD shorts. So watch this space, and I'm going to wear a lot of these Mandarin jackets in the next few weeks. The next trend I won't follow is anything sheer that see-through, especially those see-through skirts. And I see some young girls, they look really pretty, and it makes me to like, tempted to get a skirt like that. And they look very nice, so ultra chic and very fashion forward, and they look very feminine as well. And if you have a great pair of legs, showing through those sheer garments, skirts, and they're just like so super pretty and sexy, but very demure as well. It's not tarty. Let's get that point out of the way. I don't think they look tarty, but it's just something that I'm always conscious to wear something like, I'm just an ordinary woman. Where do I wear those skirts to? I go to the Savoy for dinner, and then I turn up in a pair of skirt like that. I would be feeling like really self-conscious, and because with my age, I haven't been to a club for like how many years, and I'm not a big drinker. I don't really go out to bars that much, so is always I prefer somewhere nice and quieter for a lovely meal, and then for a drink afterwards. So the occasions for me to wear it is very limited, and so therefore it's something that is out of my I don't know, out of my lifestyle. Therefore I wouldn't follow that trend. What I follow instead is still the older classic satin slip skirt. I've been on and on about this satin slip skirt for many years on my channel. I've been posting OOTDs since the first few months, like when my channel was started back in 2023, and I used to do slip skirt and comparisons, and I have a black one, I have a white one, and so it's just something that I would wear year in year out. It's a classic term that always is a wardrobe staple that I would never ever get rid of, and so I would wear it year in year out. I can wear it in the winter, I can wear it all year round, and it depending how I pair it. So I'm always fond of slip skirt. I feel comfortable in it because of the satin material, and it makes quite luxurious. That sheen of the under the light is very beautiful. When you walk, it's very fluid and very flowy, and it moves with you, and also has that weight to the fabric, and that makes it look really flattering. So that's why I'm such a advocate for satin slip skirts. It's just very easy to wear. You can wear it during the day, you can wear it with smart shoes, sandals, trainers, you name it. You can wear it in the winter, you can wear it with boots, ankle boots, knee-high boots. And it is something that is a garment that can be worn in so many ways. You can wear it with a blazer, a jumper, a little satin camisole in the summer, or a t-shirt if you want to dress down. It is such a versatile, timeless item that is a true wardrobe staple that I would never ever get bored from wearing it. Even though tassels are everywhere, and I see tasseled dresses, skirts, tops. So I'm mainly talking about clothes today, but it's just something that I find is a very evening or holiday garment. It's not a garment that you could wear, walk into the office with a long tasseled skirt, or with a top maybe at the around the hem with some little tassels, very short ones. It looks pretty. But certainly if you're in the corporate environment, you're wearing a tasseled skirt, walking into the office, you would definitely look very, very odd, because that's the environment that I'm very familiar with. I mean, I could imagine that loads of people's companies' dress code has been relaxed, and you can wear pretty anything that's smart casual, but I think you can push a little bit of the boundary. But I think maintaining a professional image is still very, very important in the corporate environment, because I think that shows self-respect and you respect your client. Sometimes if you go to a client meeting, you want to dress your profession. If you are a lawyer, if you are a consultant, if you're an accountant, if you're an auditor. So it's just something that you need to maintain that professional image, that fashion can be injected into the way you dress, but you shouldn't really go too far. And certainly the office is not your catwalk, and I wouldn't really recommend that. But outside of the office, into the evenings, yes, you can wear whatever you like, but in the office, in the professional environment, there's a dress code to be adhered to. It's just something that I always think is an occasional wear or evening wear. So therefore, something like that is not very practical. Therefore, I'm declaring myself out of it. But instead, I would wear anything with a bit of lace, because you know that since last summer, this lace, the camisoles, longer ones with a asymmetrical hem, and one side is is very long, the other side is a bit shorter, create that asymmetrical silhouette. And people wear that over like under a jumper and a blazer and a cardigan. They all look very pretty and feminine. But I mean, if you want to make a little bit of a subtle statement, you can get a shorter one, or you can get an even longer one. You can get a little bit of lace like around the neckline, like a camisole, or around the sleeves, or you can get a long satin slip skirt with a little bit of lace details around it. So it's just something that could be played with, and it's also that little bit of lace can adding that little bit of subtlety and soft edge. There are loads of choices on the market, and Zara, H&M, luxury brands also have laced items, and lace is something can be pretty, feminine and soft, show that delicate side of you. Please share what trend you will follow and what trends you won't follow in the comment section below. Thank you for tuning in. Until my next video, and I'll see you then. Oh, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for your continued support of my growing channel. Till my next video, I'll see you then. Bye.